Hey, listen, what up, fellas? Let me give you a heads up, and just in case I got the hiccups and they're driving me crazy, but it is what it is, right? So just work it through with me. But I had a question. There are only three silences you need to break if you want to rebuild the trust. If you want to rebuild the trust you're hiding has been quietly costing you. Excuse me. Last week we went through 5 days and we talked about rising from silence and doing the hardest work there is. Shouldn't be, but it is. Telling the truth when we're afraid, telling the truth when we may have some heavy consequences for it. We think we're projecting all these things, right? Hiding behind the silent treatment. Every day we built on it. First one was finding out what was really there and removing the excuses. And day two was kind of looking at where silence and they really played a role in making a difference in how you communicate, right? If the silence was wise to do, which sometimes it is because you don't want to open your mouth, put your foot in it, right? And then sometimes silence was used to do some other things. So if you want to hear the rest of the other days, let me know. And I think we still have the replays available. There is a VIP option, but man, listen to me. Today I want to talk to you just really quickly. The challenge is over, but here's the piece. But the delusional piece starts to come back, and I wanted to speak to that delusion that you can kind of fix this all by yourself, right? The voice that says knowing about your silence is the same as breaking it. The voice that says knowing about your silence is the same as breaking it, but you know what? It's not. It's not the same. So I'm going to name all three silences, and then if you'd like to have more details around them, I can get them to you. But man, the first one is really kind of like, oh boy. And let me see, I got some notes here. I want to make sure I don't mess them up when we go through them because they're really important that you guys get the highlights of them, right? Because there's three. And that first one, man, and like I said, if you'd like to have more detail, I can send them to you. I just wanted to highlight them. The silence of providing is presence. That means that hey, look, he believes that because he provides, let me know if this resonates with you, ladies or gentlemen. The income, this house, the security, all those things, he's showing up and showing love that he doesn't need. He doesn't need to speak to what's really going on inside, that real deep, intimate conversation, because everything else is taken care of. He doesn't see that provision isn't, write this down, he doesn't see that provision isn't presence, right? You can provide all day long, man, but if you're not able to connect with her, you guys get the message. If you're not able to let her know that you hear her, if you're not able to really dial in and just take off all the mask, take off all that stuff, right, and know that you got a side, you get the point, right? So she didn't marry. Check this out. I wrote this down. She didn't marry a service. She married a man. She's been eating dinner across from a silhouette. Ooh wee, eating dinner across from a silhouette of the man that she hoped that you would become. So number one, providing is not presence. Fellas, I'm guilty of this. I told you before, I'm guilty of all these things, man, but I'm going to let you know that we don't have to stay guilty, right? It's a decision that we make. So number two, the silence of the fixer. Oh, this is good. When she's hurting, check this out. Let me know if this resonates with you guys if you're doing this. When she's hurting, you either jump in to straighten out the solution or you go quiet because you can't solve. Check this out. You go quiet because you can't solve a feeling. We're fixing. I mean, I struggle with that whole process. My wife, I'm learning how to ask my wife, "Hey, am I supposed to listen, or am I supposed to then respond after I've listened and you talk some more?" So there's some ways around all that. But I'm gonna tell you something: silence of the fixer, and you blame that on the reason why you don't talk. You blame that on the reason why you don't engage. We can talk a lot about that. You never learn that sometimes she doesn't need an answer; she needs you to stay in the room without trying to win. I mean, there's a whole lot. There's a whole session around that. There's a series of things around that particular subject that I just mentioned to you. Because that's our natural response, fellas, to try and fix it. Man, but how many times have you stepped into that conversation and it was the last thing, the last thing she wanted to hear? She's like, "No, you're not listening to me." I mean, I'm going on and on, right? So as you're dropping in, let me know where you're coming in from. If this resonates with you, put it in the comment section. So we got one more to go, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Ooh, this one, this one is really kind of talk a little bit about it. It's that one where you feel like you can handle it. You know, the one where you stand strong in your presence and you've done it and you imagine yourself in the boardrooms, you imagine yourself leading your crew, you imagine yourself making that tough and hard decision, and it feels like strength to you, right? Check this out. You absorb the pressure, process everything alone. You absorb the pressure and process everything alone. Ladies, if I'm speaking to some real truth, say yes in the comment section, and I encourage you, if your man missed this challenge, to drop a note to me, and I'll send you some of the things that we've been talking about. But I want to just say this one. This is for that real powerful cat that says, "Man, look, I got it." She should understand that I got it. She shouldn't worry about that. No, man, she needs to understand that you understand her. Right? Ooh. You never let her carry any of it. I mean, you never let her engage. I mean, our women are powerful women, man. I am so grateful for the wife that I have, and she is amazing and helping me grow each and every day, fellas. Right? And for those of you that are wanting to get married or you're in a relationship that you're thinking is going to be leading into matrimony, fellas, you need to listen up. Listen up. How we thought and how we were taught about vulnerability, how we were taught about, surrendering our pride and our ego, how we were taught about not puffing our chest out, but really kind of confiding in ourselves. We've been lied to, man. Yeah, I said it. We've been lied to by our, whoever raised us, our parents, our society. That's not how real relationships work. So I encourage you, if you hear me when I say you've been lied to, that's not, if you're thinking like I used to think, that vulnerability and surrender and really just shedding a tear is a real sign of weakness or not necessary, man, I got to tell you something. We need to talk. We need to have that conversation, because that's not how things go. And I'm going to tell you something too. This is just something I know and I've seen, that if you've been doing this, if you've been hiding behind silence for some time now, and your partner's, she's tolerating you and she's kind of like disengaging with you, and if you really love this woman, I'm going to tell you something. She probably really loves yourself too. I was going to call you something, but I was calling myself that. Then man, she's reaching that point, buddy. That point of no return. And if you're listening to me and you're really working on some things, I know you don't want that to happen. I wrote this down, but ooh, listen, who needs nothing is a man she can't reach. That's what she doesn't need, right? Can't help, can't actually know. Self-reliance is it's just a difficult piece to surrender, guys. So I mean, those are three things that I wanted to just give you something to think about. There's a whole lot more around that, but if this resonates with you and you hear this replay, let me know what you think. But I'm gonna tell you something. I said that earlier. I'm gonna say it again. We've been lied to about how we should respond when it's important to be honest about where we failed at, to be honest about the mistakes we've made, be honest about when we've been wrong, or we don't know something. Hey, we don't know everything, fellas. And if you got the right partner, man, she's gonna lean in with you. So let's lean into this thing, right? This silence, this rise from silence. I think we're going to put something. I know we're going to put another one back out there for you, those that missed it. So put it on your calendar next week, right? We'll go back at it again. Kick it off on Monday, same time, 1 o'clock. Oh man, we may have a guest or two over the week. I'm working on that, so stay tuned for more of that. But listen to me when I tell you, it's real silences that you no longer have to lean into. And man, they're going to give you amazing results, especially that first one. Ooh, boy, because most of us are stubborn. Most of us are driven by pride and ego and our emotions and our feelings. So if that's you, drop me in the comment section. Put me in the comment section, and let's have a conversation. All right, guys. Well, listen, we'll be back tomorrow. We got a whole lot of different nuggets we're going to drop in the next few days, so don't miss out on that. Ladies, please share this information if you happen to drop in, because we do work with women, but you know, I've been focused on the men here this last period of time, and because I know we've got to get better, man. We've got to show up, stand up and show up, and be humble ourselves when it matters most. So anyhow, I want to thank everybody at Comeback King Enterprises for promoting these challenges. And by the way, for those of you that don't know me, I don't believe I introduced myself. My name is Jeff Tyson, affectionately known as the Comeback King and founder of Comeback King Enterprises and Conversations with Jeff. We believe in amplifying the message worldwide, impacting 10 million people's lives around the fact that the comeback is a lifestyle, baby, and no longer a limitation. And we work with leaderships and relationships. So, hey, let's get busy changing our lives, how we see ourselves. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Appreciate everybody. Comment where you're coming from. Let me know if this resonates. Keeping it real, keeping it live. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay. Take care. Hey, no hiccups too, man. I made it. All right. See y'all later.